this year is the 100th anniversary of the birth of Medgar Evers. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Medgar. I'll try to make this work. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, this is the only way I can see the screen. So, but Medgar Evers, basically, he was going to school in Decatur, Mississippi, if you know where that is, not too far from Meridian. And so while he was in high school, he actually enlisted the Army. Next slide. So he was 7 or just turned 18 when he enlisted. I went to go interview the killer, Byron D. LeBeckwith. Next slide. You can probably guess how I found his house. He lived in Signal Mountain, Tennessee. And I know y'all are familiar with Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. And you remember where Dr. King said, "Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain"? So the reason Dr. King mentioned Lookout Mountain is Lookout Mountain was a Klan hangout. Well-known Klan hangout. No one black lived on Lookout Mountain. As Beckwith's wife told me in the same interview, they burned him out. If anyone black tried to live up there, they burned him out. And so Signal Mountain was just that mountain right across from Lookout Mountain, also all white, and also a Klan hangout. I have to explain. So this is all I knew about the Clarion Ledger when I got there. I'm not from Mississippi originally. I didn't know that. I did not know that. In fact, I was shocked to find out that the paper's racist history. All I knew is the Clarion Ledger won a Pulitzer in 1983 for education reform. So, yeah, I didn't know that. So, yeah, I was shocked. The more I found out, the more I was shocked. And then the Sovereignty Commission records talked about the Clarion Ledger and their complicity in some of this stuff. It was awful. And so when we got the Sovereignty Commission records, actually one of the things I said was, we have to do a story on ourselves. And so to the editor's credit, they let me do that. I just basically said, we've got to do a story. It's obvious. Like the Sovereignty Commission people were letting the Clarion Ledger and Jackson Daily News have those records. And they were smearing civil rights workers and trying to run people out of the state. It was awful. So I knew none of that when I first started. But great question. Yeah.